And we are back. Gmac and Hughes in the house. Filling in for Winnie this week, who's still a little under the weather.
That's it. Everybody's under
Let's
the weather.
Let's get dangerous, buddy.
All right.
Just we knew this would happen, especially with Winnie's health being the way it is right now. He's just not up for it this week. Last week, we shot a great episode. Everything was upbeat, going good.
Yep.
The next day, he ended up in ICU for roughly the rest of the week.
Yep. Hours later.
Yeah, just out mere hours later. Complications. He ended up with a double pulmonary embolism. And things got really scary there for a little bit. So, hoping the big guy is doing okay. He sent in some 5 crazy questions. He was hoping to be here today, but he is not up for it at all. And, I don't push him. Dude, I want him here. Yeah, just kind of keep his mind off of it.
And it's such crap to even come out into.
Yeah, and then the weather on top of it sucked. So when you start adding all the different variables in there, it just wasn't a great time for him to be out. So again, he wants to be here. He sent in the 5 crazy questions. We will definitely make sure that we read those. We keep him involved as much as we can when we can. Hopefully, everything goes smooth and he'll be back next week. But for this week, it's me and Hughesy.
That's it.
So I saw you were doing some train stuff this weekend. So fill me in, buddy.
Yeah, well, we went to the big show over in Springfield, Mass. It's like one of the biggest shows in the United States. Definitely the biggest in the East Coast. They gave everybody the option, all the vendors and all the clubs and stuff, to tear down Saturday night or to come back for Sunday, because they did run on Sunday, but they probably lost 50% of the vendors and, people like us that travel so far to be there.
Right.
That you have to think safety.
Yeah, I mean, we were in the eye of the storm, so there was no getting around it. And how many people were really going to visit on Sunday in the middle of... I'm just saying...
Yeah, it's actually funny because they were videotaping
Saturday.
Yep.
Saturday was probably packed.
Oh,
Sunday,
probably, I'd say 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then on Sunday, that number is going to fall off simply because of the weather that we face.
Yeah.
Now, anybody that's in the Northeast knows, especially in our area, we got hammered. We got about 2 feet of snow. And it's not easy. It's not easy getting around in that. There's really nowhere to put the snow right now.
Yep.
And what happened to us was a snowstorm like a week prior was still hanging around, and then we got this on top of it. So the snowbanks over here on this side of town are crazy. In Glasgow.
The wind coming off the river hitting my house. I had snow drifts 3 feet tall on my roof.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right now I'm sitting here fighting body cramps from all the shoveling. But the worst of the worst is the raking the roof, because we had no choice. We're out there standing on ladders trying to rake the roof, because I don't want to have the ceiling come down and kiss me on the floor.
Yeah. I hear you. And it's the only good thing was it was fluffy.
Yes.
But then
thankfully.
It rained a little bit.
Yeah.
Yesterday. It rained a little bit in the morning, and I was like, "Oh man, don't tell me."
Yeah, start getting that little crusty on the top. But luckily, there was enough powder that kept it pretty good.
Yeah.
I was good until my snowblower finally sheared the pin, and I had no more snowblower, so everything else was by hand.
I would have just stuck a fucking grade 3 bolt in there.
I was just too aggravated to even look at that point.
Well, and that's the thing is, once you hit something, it doesn't matter what, it shears that pin off. Yep. That's something you should always buy and have like a whole stack of in your pocket.
I actually do. They were stuck in my shed, barricaded with all the snow, because I never cleaned off the shed. I should have cleaned off the shed doors first.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I'm not even climbing to them. Finish everything up by hand because I had to start the roof. Right. And I was more scared of the roof than I was trying to get someplace.
Don't go ripping the place down.
That's it. But no, it's scary to walk outside and see how much snow is on my roof.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because it drifted there.
Yeah. I'm trailer trash, so my roof is only so thick,
Well, and it's not, you don't have a high pitch.
No, very little pitch.
So you're similar to me in the aspect of our closeness to the river. I feel like we got more because of the moisture by the river.
Yep.
Like down by me in Glasgow, I swear we got more than up here in the town where we record at. So yeah, I mean, listen, it's the Northeast. This is snow. We've dealt with this our whole lives. This is a normal winter for like what
childhood for us. Yeah.
So like, these people are like, oh my God. I'm like, guys, you act like you've never had snow like this before.
That's it.
This used to be constant.
We've been spoiled for the last few years in a sense.
Like
so
we get
now
one
this
storm
twice as much.
This year we had more snowstorms than we've had in probably the last 5 years. So
it's been a spanking because sooner get done, get cleaned up, it would melt down, the grass would turn green, and the next day turn white again.
Yeah.
So it was insane.
This one's been pretty consistent, like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
But then it's been brutal cold.
Or I should say, every time my back starts to heal up from shoveling, then the snow's back out there again.
This morning, my knees and my calves and my back, I was just shot.
Yeah.
And like as the day went on, I kind of looked a little better, but yeah. What else is going on? Anything from last week to this week?
Not much. I mean, other than we were worried about Winnie and stuff, and I mean, thankfully he's doing so much better. That,
I mean, he's home, which is a good thing, but by no means out of the woods.
That's it. He's just home sending pictures to different guys.
Yeah, he's making fun of BGS a lot. By the way, I gotta say, BGS sent us a text message from like a robo dialer. Said, "Hey BGS, it's so and so. Have you gotten our call? Will you call us back?" I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Robocallers are listening because we didn't put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
So robocallers are listening to podcasts and stealing phone numbers now. Like, I just think it's hilarious.
Yep.
Because Big Gay Sal is just he's internationally known. On a positive note, like I don't know if you were in the mess. So we've had over like 600 or 700 on the video watch from last week.
Oh.
And we had over. I think last week's number was 486.
Wow!
So we went over 1,000 just.
Good warm up for the season, right?
Yeah, because it's the new year, which was crazy because how our stats break out, right? Somebody must have really gotten into us, like new, like, hey, it's a new year. Because I'm looking at stuff that was from like season 1, season 3, season 5. Like somebody must have went through and did all our interviews because it was like this interview, this interview, this interview, this interview. I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But it's, we made some new fans apparently, which is good.
Yeah,
we're waiting.
I was actually amazed how many people over there have different railroad and train podcasts and stuff. The one guy from where the 4 guys all go around and goof on people, do little stunts to get them on there. Yeah. I can't think what their name is, but he was over there doing his stuff.
Like Jackass?
No, the guys that are, the rest of them would be hid back behind the wall.
Impractical Jokers.
Impractical Jokers.
He was over at the show?
Yeah, he's a big train person and
Which
stuff.
One?
He's a part of the club. The older looking skinny guy. I can't think of his name. I could see his face.
Murr?
Yeah.
Murr?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, cool. Alan informed me. He's like, oh, there he is. He says, I've been watching for him and stuff, but we were busy. We headed to go buy a product.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
We get all the way there and it was sold out the last 20 minutes before we got to him.
What were you looking to buy?
New remote for our train.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we have that totally remote control engine. Yeah. But I mean, some of the guys in our club just running some phenomenal stuff. One guy ran 100-car Coca-Cola train.
Oh, that's cool.
That had heads turning all over the place. Yeah. We had another kid from New Jersey who had flames coming out of the top of his engine.
Oh, nice.
And people would stop us. I had this one fella waving to me like crazy out of his wheelchair. And he's like, yo, come here. And I go over and I pretty much knew what he wanted because we were getting hit with it for about an hour. He's like, yo, we're trying to let you know that engine's on fire. The one in the middle of the 3, it's on fire. There's flames coming out of the top. I'm like, wow, where is it? Which way did it go? And then I start giggling, and then they realized that we knew it was happening, but that was happening for quite a while.
That's cool though.
But I sat and I told my son, I says, I don't know how many people are exactly here today. I said, but if we had 50 cents for everybody who took a photograph of all the carnival rides and the stage we built,
Right.
or a videotape, I said, we would leave here with a heck of a pocket full of money.
Right. Nice little dinner
Oh
for
my,
you on the way
just
home.
50 cents a person
Yeah.
taking photographs of our stuff.
That's
But
nice.
I love it. I got back home a little after midnight, and I'm looking online, and here's somebody posting pictures and videos of my carnival rides from the show over
That's
there
awesome.
onto a carnival website and stuff. And I'm like, gee,
Hey,
thanks.
wait, hey,
I said,
could you at
appreciate
least
that.
give
And I
me
says,
the-
I worked really hard on them. And next thing I know, I get a message, but is that your stuff?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel good about
Well,
what
yeah,
you,
yeah. I
you
mean,
did.
you do an excellent job on that stuff, though. Like you worked really hard on that stage for a couple weeks leading up to the thing. I know what you put into like the Ferris wheel and all that over the years, so it's good to have a good showing like that and then to bounce back.
Keeps me off the streets.
Yeah, that's it. Keeps you from out there. Oh, and by the way, did you get the message why you were going to Springfield, right? Springfield?
Yeah.
Where you went? I walked past somebody in Walmart.
Oh yes, yes, I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah, I like first thing.
I forgot about it, but I heard about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, here we go. Beep beep. Fuck you, April. Right on the way by.
That's it.
Yeah, so that was like I did that and then got ready for the snow. And then yesterday I had to take my mom's car out. You know, like she lives in the senior area, right? My mom's 80 years old. When they first all moved over there, they had a crew that would come around, clean the cars off, then you would just move them out.
Oh.
They don't do that. They expect these elderly people to go out and clean 2 feet of snow off their car.
Yeah.
So I went over, cleaned her car all off, moved it, shoveled a little bit, moved it over so she could, when the plows finally come around to get them out, she could just back it out and go. But what if you don't have anybody?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy to me that you're going to expect somebody that's 80, 90 years old to clean a car off.
There's something for a nice young fellow or young lady to go over and make some money cleaning off the cars.
Yeah, a couple bucks.
Carefully, so you're not scratching them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so kind of a rough week. We left here. We had a good night. Everybody was happy and healthy. We were looking forward to some stuff, and then boom, next thing you know what I mean? So Winnie, we hope will be back. I'm hoping he's dropping in on this video and leaving his comments. Just make sure you guys keep reaching out to him, showing him love. It helps him move along and do things.
And he's got to get back out to dinner with us.
Yeah.
Because I got stuck having to sit next to Farrar.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, those things happen.
Yeah.
All right, ready to move along?
Yeah.
This week's top 5. The top 5 athletes or musicians who became actors. This is Winnie picked this top 5 and he ain't even here for it because I guarantee you his number 1 was Elvis.
Yeah.
And just so he's aware, I keep this on the bottom of my thing. Right here. Elvis is still dead, Winnie. I run it across the bottom of the street. All right, I'll start. Number 5, pretty easy. Tony Danza.
Oh.
He was a boxer and then went to Taxi.
Never even thought of him.
And then from Taxi, then Who's the Boss?
Yep.
Then he had the Tony Danza show on TV. He had, was Angels in the Outfield. He played in that movie, I believe. So Tony Danza, listen, there's higher ones, but this is ones that just came off my head. I tried to mix it a little bit. Tony Danza was my number 5.
Well, when you first hit me with the question for this, I'm like, oh man, and then all of a sudden they just start rattling off. Yeah. And then when I'm watching TV and I'm watching one right on television as I'm trying to think of them, and I'm like, oh, duh,
oh that guy,
yeah,
oh, and then there's so and so.
That's it. Yeah. But of course, I had to go with my most popular ones in my mind, not in everybody else's mind. And my number 5 is Reba McEntire.
Yes, she was a great singer. Then had Reba.
But before even that, she did Tremors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she was so great in that.
Yeah.
And after that, then she was getting all sorts of offers
and
for
then Reba,
TV programs.
Yep. Was her show. And now what's her new show?
She had the one with the restaurant, like she inherited from her father or something like that.
Yeah, that was my dad's favorite too, Reba. He loved Reba.
It's just such a beautiful lady. and to watch her sing the Star Spangled Banner just gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. All right. My number 4, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood,
Yeah.
Friday, which was big. He wrote Friday was his.
Yeah.
21 Jump Street. Are we there yet? He became like a real family friend barbershop. He became like a real family oriented dad movie kind of guy for a while.
Yeah.
You know, ride along.
Whole different profile, like.
But if he ever wants to be mad, like he's just plays the best mad guy you got. So my number 4 is Ice Cube.
Yeah. Well, that was real similar to who I was watching. I was watching Ice-T.
Oh yeah.
On the Law and
CSI
Order.
or Law and Order.
Yeah.
Law and Order, yeah.
But he's not on my list because, but he was just there.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's so funny that I'm watching a program at that time.
I think either list could have been way long because it's a lot of athletes and musicians become actors.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah, I got my 5 and I've got an extra 10 just sitting out on the list.
Yeah.
Just afterthoughts and stuff. My number 4, Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark.
He's way higher on my list.
Oh.
Way higher.
Yeah.
And we came into him today, so.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, that was Mark. Well, that's why we did.
Right.
We'll talk about it when we get to that one.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I watched him for so long and forgot that he was Marky Mark.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, because
he went so beyond that character.
If you weren't our age when that happened, you would think of him like our kids would probably be like, what? What? Who's Marky Mark?
Right. Well, like his family's like movie stars now, you know.
Right.
So they not even
or his brother even.
Right, because they were all singing and dancing.
Right. My number 3, The Rock.
Okay.
Fast and Furious, Jumanji, the other guys. The Rock's been in a million things right now, but he really transcended from WWE to movie stars, and he's one of the A-listers.
Yeah. My favorite picture with him,
King,
where he played the sheriff with the pickup truck and the 2x4.
Yeah.
Just great character for him.
The Gridiron Gang. He's been in a bunch of movies, and he kind of. We'll get to it. He kind of took over for my number 2 eventually.
Well, my number 3 was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, that's my number 2.
So many great movies.
From bodybuilding, like he was the big guy at the time, and now The Rock's like the big guy. You need a big guy, you call The Rock now.
Yeah.
Where back then you called Schwarzenegger.
That's it.
But Schwarzenegger, Terminator, Conan the Barbarian, True Lies, Kindergarten Cop. Like he did all kinds of genres. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Again, he's able to play so many different things that you forget where they started from.
What was the one with the car?
With the
Remember
car.
where he hung the guy off? That's my weak arm.
Oh, yeah.
And he let him go. What's the name of the car, though? Shelby, no, Mustang, something like.
Yeah. I'm terrible with names.
It's going to drive me nuts, but yeah.
It's all and stuff for me.
No, I know. Everybody's going to be going, how the fuck did you forget that one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just think of how many movies that man made.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know, Kindergarten Cop was always a great one for him.
So that was my 2. So what's your 2?
My number 2 is for Winnie, Elvis.
You fucking guys and your Elvis stuff.
Yeah. So you could probably guess what my number 1's going to be. The person that's better than Elvis.
Kenny Rogers. My number 1 is Marky Mark. Elvis, but like, what about Elvis?
I mean, he just did so many great movies and stuff, and he had so many great romantic stars with him, you know, all the different girls. But of course, my favorite was always him with the carnival and stuff, and the motordrome.
Was that the name of the movie and stuff?
Yeah. No, I think it was, my oldest son sees this, he will be screaming at me.
Well, that's how
because I'm not coming up with the title.
Yeah. Jesus, Schwarzenegger, Predator. How long was that? Twins. I'm just going through it.
I forgot about Twins with Danny
DeVito.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then, like I said, my number 1, Marky Mark, which was Boogie Nights, The Departed, Daddy's Home. He became like mainstream actor.
Yeah.
Like The Patriot, big time, or Patriots Day, big time movie guy. The first, wasn't he in one of the, I thought he wasn't he? He actually did a version of the movie you like with the monkeys there.
Yeah. Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
He did the one around 2000, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one was he did a Transformers also.
Yeah.
So
But he's great in everything.
Yeah.
His character fits in with everything he does.
yeah, and he was in the other guys too. He was funny as hell in that. So
yeah.
And then who's your number one?
My number one, Kenny Rogers. Yeah. And
I
know you and me.
One spot
Yes,
better than Elvis.
one spot better than Elvis. Winnie.
Yeah.
One spot better than Elvis. Six Pack was always a
Six
favorite
Pack.
movie. You and me have discussed
The
that movie so
Gambler.
many times. Yeah, but he did so many songs that go with his movies that you sit and listen to his music and visualize the movies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Kenny Rogers, a singer that turned into an actor. There's so many. Like, Who's Good Now is Lady Gaga.
She just did the superhero movie there.
Yeah, and John Cena. He's an
April
excellent.
Kept trying to get me to do Marky Mark and John Cena.
John Cena is hilarious. He's really good comedic timing.
Yeah,
and that's just now. Like, when did it start? Like, where did it come from? And it come over to acting.
Will Smith, Fresh Prince.
Will Smith, 100%.
He did so many great movies. I don't like most of his last things, but his early stuff. Right. Jennifer Lopez.
J-Lo was a singer, became an actress.
Clint Black did a movie after his stuff. John Denver did a couple little movies and a lot of step-ons and stuff.
Muppets.
Yeah. He was always great with the Muppets.
Yeah.
Always great with the Muppets. It's Shaq. Always a favorite of mine.
Athlete that turned into a movie star. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's his commercials or a program or if he's on some other person's program.
Or like when
he did
was
the
the
Treehouse guys. He did the aquarium guys.
Yeah.
All coming to his house to build stuff.
Yeah.
And he always has to get involved. And he always has to pull tricks on people.
Oh, yeah.
And I laugh because, as rich as he is and so many things he does, he's always looking to pull little pranks and have fun with people.
Yeah. Yeah. And like sports like basketball where they already see your face, or boxing or stuff like that. Conor McGregor went from UFC to now he did Roadhouse. He's starting to get into some movies.
I didn't realize that.
But where you can see your face, like football, you don't get it as much with football because you're behind a face mask. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't really get them opportunities. But a lot of musicians cross that path. You know what I mean? So it was a good top 5. It wasn't like my top 5. It was a Winnie top 5.
Yeah.
Like where I would have just.
It's a shame Elvis didn't make number 1, but
but he's not quite as good as Kenny Rogers.
That's it.
You got no one to hold him and no one to fold him, Winnie.
That's it.
So fold it up. Elvis is still dead.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along. All right, 5 crazy questions this week via Winnie through the internet. All right, number 1. So I didn't even read them. I just got sent them, so we'll both answer them. Would you rather have to narrate everything you do in the shower like a Nature Channel documentary, or have someone else narrate your dates? Like you and April.
I would rather narrate everything that's happening in the shower because it's hard enough being on dates.
Right.
Here's
the end stuff, guy.
That's
Who's going to buy chicken fingers and
ask
about the gravy.
Is there gravy for them French fries?
Yeah.
There's no tomato in that gravy.
Yeah, because if somebody else is narrating it, you don't control the verbiage.
Are the patties put together gently or flipped over?
Yeah. I think I would rather narrate in the shower like a Nature Channel.
Yeah.
Now,
as he's about to put the shampoo
golden
in his hair.
shampoo enters the hair at a precise.
As it starts to tingle.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. All right, number 2. What is the most not intended for adult use object you've ever looked at and thought, maybe?
Oh, on my dirty mind, I can go all sorts of places.
A cantaloupe? I don't know. Yeah. A warm apple pie.
That's it. That pumpkin is half rotted.
Oh,
it's still got the face on it.
No, I'm gonna take the late '90s. Where I'm gonna say warm apple pie. I don't know what else It's putting you in the corner.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right. Number 3. If you were a stripper, what would your stage name be based on your favorite snack and the street you grew up on? Mine would be like peanut butter Platikill.
Well, the street part is the hard part to head to it, but maybe well, I used to live on Broadway in Kingston, so maybe Broadway Ho Ho.
Well, Ho Ho Broadway. Ho Ho Broadway over here and peanut butter Platikill. They're not bad. All right, number 4. What is the most unsexy thing that you've actually find weirdly attractive? Like
feet.
Oh yeah, they're nasty. I can't fuck that.
Yeah, but a good-looking girl on the beach. The feet.
I think.
But then somebody just taking off their socks and all skanked out is, it's two different images going there.
I think
so.
I don't know. I think like a little bit of a crooked mouth, like Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Kind of talks out of the side of her mouth.
Yeah.
And it's not like necessarily, it's not sexy, but there's something I find like, all right, pretty cute.
Okay, it's better than you saying the
Just
girl in a
something
wheelchair
off.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks. All right, and number 5, which Disney character do you think is secretly a total freak behind closed doors?
Oh.
Which Disney character?
That could be almost any of the princesses, but I think it would have to be Goofy.
What the fuck? Who comes up with that, bro? Who comes up with that?
Because of the way he's dressed, his character.
I don't. But it could be Disney characters. There's way more.
Oh my God! Well, yeah, now they're all made to be so sexy. It's
Princess
so pitiful.
Leia. She's part of Disney now.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Disney owns Lucas. They own Star Wars now.
I had no clue.
So I'll take Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Her in that costume that she was behind Jabba the Hutt in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's better than Jabba the Hutt. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that was 5 crazy questions via Winnie. Let's move it along. As we have done before, is it overrated? Is it underrated? You be the judge. There is no push. All right, Hughesy. Number 1, chicken noodle soup.
Oh, underrated.
Yeah, it's one of them staples you just have to have.
No matter what age you are.
Yesterday, chicken noodle soup day.
Yeah.
And then like saltine crackers with butter or even bread with butter and don't get in there.
I was always more of a chicken rice kid, though.
Yeah.
Just because I got tired of being slapped by the noodles.
You're an idiot. Number 2, snowstorms.
Snowstorms, overrated. I'm ready for Arizona or Florida.
I'll say underrated if they happen Christmas week.
Yeah.
Overrated after Christmas.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Little wait for the holiday and then don't want to see it again.
All right. Number 3, a good pen.
A good pen could be definitely underrated.
Highly underrated.
Yeah, I love
like
a good, smooth writing pen.
It writes good. It doesn't
perfectly
skip.
Balanced.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a pen, your fucking hands cramping. I'm like, I just wrote like one word. My hand shouldn't be cramping.
Yeah. No.
Or you start writing and it skips.
Oh, yeah.
And
it screws you all up.
Yeah, like those gel pens, I think they skip more than like ink.
Yeah.
Like real ink versus the gel. The gel seems
because
like
they're not as smooth sometimes.
Right. You ever go to sign
or sometimes
a receipt?
They get too liquefied, like in a smear.
You ever go to sign a receipt at like the diner or something, and it doesn't have, it won't write because it's the gel instead of the ink.
Yeah.
All right, I agree. Underrated. Number 4, close friends.
Close friends, underrated.
You don't have nearly.
Sometimes it's the most important thing.
Correct.
Your family, then your friends.
Sometimes your friends are better than your family.
Yeah, depending on what the situation is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But close friends, like we all have friends and chunks of friends.
That's it.
Your close friends, highly underrated. I agree.
They fill the needs of life.
Yeah.
You know?
Like there's times I'll call you up and have bullshit with you about something that's not working out that I'll never call a family member.
Right. No, it makes total sense.
How many times this summer we sat in them chairs side by side?
Yep.
Just fucking getting it out there.
How many times do we sit and bullshit about stuff we're going to discuss on the show and it never comes up on the show?
Yeah.
So because so many thoughts bouncing off each other's heads.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and then you get in here and you're like, oh shit, we didn't even bring up
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z.
I've all the shows I've appeared on with you guys, I've never left here and not once said, God damn it, I forgot to say this or forgot to do that,
it
or I
happens.
forgot to put down a list of all the stuff I've been watching,
Right.
So I remember, because I am absolutely terrible with names, terrible with titles and stuff. I have a visual memory, and it doesn't include names. I forget family members' names.
Yeah.
My mom used to do it to me all the time as a kid, and I was the only child, and she still forget my name.
Hey, Jim, Joe, Alan, Bert, whatever. You know.
That's it. God damn it. Get over here, boy.
Yeah. And last but not least, number 5. And I put it in this wording because it can mean whatever you want. Comfortable house pants. And what I mean by that is, because I would say sweats, but it might be pajama pants for somebody.
Yeah.
But comfortable house pants.
Yeah, for me, it's 90% of the time shorts. But the last couple of days, it's been so cold with the wind blowing. And I come in from shoveling snow, take off the wet clothes, and put it. So I actually pulled out a brand new pair of sweats that I haven't wore. And I was just like, oh.
Underrated, right?
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was like dropping into a silk blanket.
I think I told you guys about this. If you go to Sam's Club, they have a member mark. Their brand sweatpants
with the zipper pockets.
Yep,
that's what I just put on. I bought 2 pairs of them.
You went up
I put them on
for
the first time. Yep.
Yeah, I told
so
you
comfortable.
they are the most comfortable sweats I've ever.
The only thing that kills me is such a big spandex part on the foot part, down on the leg,
ankle.
Yeah, that they're hard for me to get back off.
Oh,
where you can slip a lot of pants back off. You actually got to.
Oh, you got to take your foot out of it.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, they are the most comfortable sweatpants I've ever owned.
Sleep-wise,
I bought 3 pair of them.
And I bought them because I was able to put stuff in the pockets because of the zippers.
Because you have the pockets. Yeah. But they are. I bought a pair. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, and then I bought 2 more pair last week.
Yeah.
And I washed the pair, and I'm like, I wonder if they're going to maintain their softness. They did.
Wow. Okay.
They did. So I'm like, man,
I didn't get to try mine on because April just took them to the laundry today. Yeah. So that's good news.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
And it's funny because I do not like Sam's Clubs when it comes to buying clothes. They discriminate against us big fat guys.
Not in them sweatpants. They did.
Not. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Those things are so comfortable.
Yep.
All right, so that is over and under. We're zipping through this, man. We're going to be through this here in no time.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully this slows it down a little bit. Rabbit hole. What dragged you down the TikTok Reels whole YouTube hole this week? I will start. Martin and Bex. It's a husband and wife. They put a filter on, and it makes their teeth look all big and their eyes look big.
Oh.
And they play pranks on each other.
Okay.
And it's pretty funny. Some of the stuff
I don't believe I've seen them.
His wife got him really bad, so then he came back and got one of the fart packs.
Revenge.
He put it under the pad while she was doing a hot bath. So when it popped and it came out of the water, it just smelled like just straight poop in there. And she was gagging. And
she's stuck in there
hard. Yeah. And she comes out. She's like, "What did you do?" And he came in and he started gagging. He couldn't even get the thing out of the tub.
Yep.
But they just go back and forth, pranking the shit out of each other. And I mean, they get pretty crazy with their pranks. That was one I did. Another one I fell down this week is culture swap. And it's like, hi, I'm taking my black friend to do white people shit. And the guy goes, and I'm taking my white friend to do black people shit.
Nah.
And then they just show up in the weirdest places. So, like, he took the white dude to the corner store in the hood and then walked off. He's like, dude, you're going to get me fucking killed out here. And then he took him to, like, a dirt track race. He's like, dude, you're going to get me fucking killed out here.
Took him to something redneck.
So they flip-flop all the time. There was another one called Lil, Lil _ Shirley's _ boy. Little Shirley's boy. It's a heavyset black guy with glasses on, flat brim hat. He goes, let's check in with the white people today and see what they're doing. It's only snowing out, and then it's all this fucked up crazy shit that white people do. And he's like, I ain't no black people do that. So like it's and then I'll go, let's check in with some black folks, see what they're doing today. Man, this is why I can't be in the hood. So he's pretty cool. Little Shirley's boy, Martin and Bex, and Culture Swap. They're all on Reels. Now, I watched Free Burt this week.
Oh yeah.
Pretty funny, but then I kind of like towards the end of it, I was like, it is what it is.
It was
but
hit
the
and
first
miss.
few, the young daughter had me fucking cracking.
Oh yeah.
She Isla was just.
He had to run the podcast about doing hand jobs or something like that.
No, that was the older daughter.
Oh, okay.
That was Georgia.
Oh yeah, the
younger daughter just cracked.
She was the whole show.
Hey, big guy, you want to take the shirt off? Like, what are we doing? What bullshit is this?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. She'd get mad when he was trying to yuppie up to everybody else and stuff. Yeah, no, she made the show.
Yeah,
the little girl made the show.
So I was listening to him on his own podcast, and he was talking about how when the show came out, that it was coming out, somebody started talking shit about him. And her mom texted him and was like, hey, I just want to let you know, she went in with 2 feet and started ripping all the people that were ripping you in the comments on Instagram. And he goes, I had to actually go in and tell men, you're arguing with like a 10-year-old. Leave her the fuck alone. Like, you want to come at me, but leave the kid alone. But she was just ripping these dudes.
I didn't realize he had a podcast, so I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
2 Bears, 1 Cave.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's him and Tom Segura. It's pretty good. So I watched Free Burt, but then lastly, and I told Winnie to watch this, and I was hoping he was here to do it. It's a show called The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I
was looking for a new show to watch last night, and I was scouting that, and I'm like, I think it's going to get into too much. I was looking for something in the shorter.
So Game of Thrones, I've never watched it. I'm starting to watch it now, but this is a prequel, like way before.
Oh.
And they're only half-hour episodes.
Okay.
So I won't really get into. There's really nothing to give away. It's a guy who was a squire for a knight. The knight passes away. He wants to go to the games because now he took over his kingdom, which is he's a hedge knight. He doesn't have a tent. He sleeps under a tree. So he's trying to get somebody to. They're like, nobody knows who this knight is. We're not saying it's not, but you have to have somebody to vouch for you. So he's got to go around and try to get people to vouch for him while he's trying to compete in like the joust, the games, whatever, right? So he's telling this story. So this week, he's telling the story of Sir Ireland of Pennywell. And Sir Ireland comes out of like a hut, and he tells the whore in the thing, stay there, I'll be right back. And this guy comes out to take a piss. And I didn't know that Game of Thrones apparently shows everything. And he turns towards the camera and has the absolute biggest piece I've ever seen in my entire life. It looked like 3 tennis can ball high can. He grabs it, and it's like, it wasn't like, he grabbed that fucking thing like a whole hand. And I'm like, what the fuck are they showing right there? And then I'm like, he's not memorable. How's he not memorable? He don't even need to have a fucking joust. He's got one in his pants.
Man.
So, but this dude, Sir Duncan the Tall, he's just a big oaf. He's really, like, it's setting up good. There's like, there's this one kind of, I don't know, some one royalty guy that kind of takes a liking to him a little bit and kind of pulls him along into the other things, like why he's sitting on the side. Guy's like, come on, gets him out on the dance floor one night, gets him into a tug of war the next day to help him. So I think, like, I like this guy. I think, like, he's going to drag him along. But it's only 2 episodes. They're 30 minutes each, and I can follow along. That other thing, the Game of Thrones, there's just too much. I can't follow along. But that is a good show. Yeah. And you women, if you want to see an absolute fucking hammer hog of a piece, you want to look at Sir Ireland of Pennywise or whatever the fuck his name was, whatever.
Just the character names alone.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if you know Game of Thrones, it ties to all the families.
Okay.
Like the
Game of Thrones, though, was you had to keep up with it. You get lost if you weren't keeping up.
All kinds of lost, and I have to ask Rob and Carl, like, what the fuck does this mean? Like, I'm in I started trying to watch based off of last week. So from last week to now, and I just can't really. There's so much happening, with the different families. I'm like, I don't. They're the Delgarians. I don't. What's that mean? And these guys are the Tyrion. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Who's this Jon Snow guy? And who's that? there's so much, but this thing's very simple. It's pretty easy,
Yeah.
But a really good show.
That's funny because I just bypassed that last night because I was afraid it was going to be too much of a thing to get into.
And then
I was looking for
watched
something short and funny.
Yeah, and that's hard, right? Like if Family Guy or Seinfeld, if I need a quick, short, fast show to watch.
Yeah.
You ever watch Seinfeld?
Once in a while. It's not a have to for me. I usually end up watching Seinfeld when somebody else is around and they want to watch it.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I watched the Elizabeth Smart documentary.
How was that?
It was good. You can't believe, like, she was right around her house the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Not the whole time, but a good portion of the whole time.
Right.
She said, like, one night she could hear people, like, going, Elizabeth, Elizabeth. And the guy held a knife to her throat and said, you scream.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm killing everybody.
What, the guy's wife was involved in that too, right? Yeah.
She got out of prison already, that bitch.
Wow.
The guy's in for life, but she got out after 15 years, but it was 2003, so
yeah,
it was 20.
It's amazing how much
ago.
Time goes by with some of that stuff.
But that feels like it was only like 5 years ago, and it was 20-something years ago.
Yeah, it's amazing how some of the names of some of those children for different things stick with you. And I'm one that doesn't remember names,
right?
What
was the baby's name in the well when we were kids? Come on, dude.
Yeah. And I know exactly what you're talking about because there was things made up about that.
Baby Jessica.
Jessica, okay.
Remember she fell down the well when she was like...
I remember the firemen and everything.
Think,
they set up the A-frame.
40-something years old now.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was in, what, late 80s?
She was a baby when we were teens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So she's got to be, about 40.
I mean, that was like a 24-hour thing, though, them trying to dig her out of there.
Yeah.
That was like when they were looking for the coal miners that time in Virginia or Pennsylvania.
Right. Yeah.
Days long trying to rescue these people and maintain the caves and stuff, and they'd be able to access them, not have them cave in on them worse.
Right.
And that was the case with her. Because they were afraid it can caving in on her and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And then there was one, remember, where a teenage kid, they stuck him down in there and he grabbed the baby?
Right, yeah, because they needed somebody small and skinny.
And he's like, oh, no.
Held them by the ankles, deal.
They tied them all up and they lowered him down and he pulled them right out.
Yeah. He was able to fit in.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that program we were just watching, the sci-fi movie from the 80s there with the kids. They used the little black girl went through the tunnels of the mall. Stranger Things, yeah, because nobody else could fit.
Yeah, and she got through all the stuff. Yeah. So what did you watch this week?
I was watching that, and I was watching more of that Sheriff Country. That was pretty interesting. I'm waiting for some more of that. But then after coming back from the show and being in the snow and just sitting more hours in the house, I started watching how many different people had shows from all over the United States and stuff that we're all videotaping this weekend over to the train show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then once it gets in your algorithm, you're like, oh, wait, there's our train. Oh, wait, there's that train.
A few times, yeah. I mean, there's people coming up and talking about the 100-car Coke train and stuff. I mean, it basically was about 30 feet from touching end to end, going around the whole entire track. Yeah, they were pulling it with 4 engines.
Now, you guys set that up? You guys go up there and set it up?
Yeah, guys were up there last Thursday and Friday setting everything up ready for Saturday.
So how do you guys transport it? Like in sections?
In trailers and pieces,
Yeah.
Just like this table, but times this table by another 40.
Right.
So you can put them together one after another, interlink all the tracks.
And then how do you link like if I build this table and you build another version of this, how do I link my table to yours? Or they just
a lot of clubs will do it so that the tracks match up. Like the tracks are so many inches from the outside edge, and then they have to be so much to match together. And the same way on both ends, so that the next guys can do that. This club I'm in mainly joined it because it's not everybody bringing their own modulars.
Right.
Like me and my son, we bring our own modulars, but we're not hooked in on the tracks. Our tables go up against the other tables because we do nothing but scenery.
Right.
You know, we got the carnival rides going, the
Right. So
stage and stuff
you
like
don't
that.
really do the train part. You do the scenery backgrounds.
Right. Well, because the club itself owns all the train tracks.
Right.
And then we
They
all
do the
put
trains,
together.
you do the scenery.
Yeah. But
you run your trains on
we
those
had
tracks?
three trailer loads of stuff that came to make our layout this last weekend. You know, and usually me and my son, we bring our trailer along too. But because I was having truck issues, we just loaded up the SUV, and Alan literally carried the stage on his lap all the way to Springfield, Massachusetts.
This is only like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, but it's still a long ride when you're
a long ride when you're just holding it.
The stage is touching the dash and in your gut, and you're like this riding along. Yeah, you don't want to stop fast, Dad, because I'm crushing the stage.
Yeah. I get it.
But it's fun. But I mean, I couldn't believe how many people did different videos and had them on there.
Now, is there a process in your club, like transition wise? Like, you don't want to go like, oh, here we're in a high city right to a farmland, or do you gradually get to the
This
farmland?
is why I'm in this club and not other clubs, because I can't stand walking up and this guy's got a whole beach scene going here, and the next guy has got Santa Claus and snow on the mountains.
Yeah, so how do we go from there to right to snow?
Right.
It'd be different if 5 of them down the way it built its way to snow.
Right. I'm sitting there with carnival rides. I don't want a guy next to me with snow, because my carnival rides ain't going to make no money. You know?
Right. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, and so...
But you could go from the beach to get to the
could
higher to the mountain to snow.
But there's
way down the
clubs
line,
that were over there that a guy makes his modular to fit in, and he just brings his, and it doesn't matter what he puts on it as long as the train runs through it. And I'm not for that.
Right. Because
me, it's all about the dog peeing on the fire hydrant on the street corner. You know, I'm not the train engine person, even though I just spent $600 for a new remote control train for my son.
Right.
But, you know,
you're more the scenery stuff.
Yeah, it's, to me, is all about having the drum set the right exact size. You know, having the carnival ride, it has to be trailer mounted. It can't be just something.
You have the beach here, and then 6 things down the way, you gradually make your way to the mountains where there's snow.
That's it.
Reasonable. Not you have the beach thing here, and the very next one you're in a fucking
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
So I can't be with clubs that do that.
Yeah.
So I had to join a club that everybody.
Now, where's your home base out
of? Right here in the Hudson Valley, Kingston.
Oh, good.
And stuff. But there's only 3 of us from Kingston area. And then everybody else is New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's within an hour of Jersey.
Well, that's it.
You know, or an hour.
We only do a few shows a year.
Right.
Like we'll do
Kingston
here in March.
One?
Yeah, we'll be doing the Kingston
center?
show in March, but we can't set up as big as we did like Springfield, Mass. You know,
it's in a convention center.
Yeah, well, it's the state fair for 5 states or 4 states.
Oh, the New England state.
Yeah, it's the Big E fairgrounds. Yeah. It's the state fairgrounds for all those states. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I mean it's bigger there than it is in New York State Fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
If you know the size,
yeah.
You know, because I thought maybe you might have been up there racing or something like that.
Yeah, I remember the State Fair.
Yeah, well, it's and it's right down the road from the Massachusetts Six Flags Park.
Oh yeah, Six Flags.
Yeah. So it's what they call Agawam, just outside.
Oh yeah, Agawam. Yep. I know where you're talking about.
Monster size fairgrounds.
And the Basketball Hall of Fame's right around there.
Yes, you can look across the water and see the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Is that all you watched this week? Or anything else?
Pretty much. You know, I'm not good at remembering everything.
Midget porn.
No, because you know, me and the wife are both home, so.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
So, did you guys have school today or no?
No school again today.
Jeez.
Which worked out for me because I had a doctor's appointment.
Oh, good.
So they had a 2-hour delay, and I would have had to cancel my doctor's appointment. But at 7 o'clock, they canceled for the whole day.
So
I was able to go to the doctor, find
out
I can live for another 6 months.
There you go.
And
you in this
move on.
new career, you get days off, you get snow days. It's fucking crazy.
Paid yesterday, paid today to stay home. So 3 days left in the week, and there's probably going to be a 2-hour delay tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's just cold.
And the roads still got so much snow and ice.
Stuff still, and the issue where we live, it's not just the normal towns. You have all these like
hill towns.
Kingston goes out to like West Hurley. You know what I mean? Saugerties goes up into Blue Mountain. So a lot of those roads aren't necessarily clear.
Yeah.
I went right here in town. Elm Street. Looks like it never was touched.
Was it a Nightmare on Elm Street?
It was driving down it. So,
well, Freddy Krueger action.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much else. This kind of cruised right along. It was kind of clunky, and we apologize for that, but it was all last minute. Winnie was scheduled to be here.
Well,
all of a sudden, we dropped in. You know what I mean?
It's just the two of us. We don't have the third
third person.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not like we put the show together. Winnie put this show together, and then he couldn't be here.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like, his talking points didn't come through. So.
Right, because we know he would have had Elvis on the top of his list.
Fuck, Elvis is still dead.
That's it.
I really don't have anything else. What I do sincerely want to say is I want to thank everybody for keeping Winnie in their thoughts.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. I just want you to please, if you think of it, reach out, send him a message on this video if you can. If not, and you listen audio-wise, send a message to our Facebook page. These things really keep him going. You know, it gets tense at times. Like this week, I really wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I wasn't sure what was going to come of it or not come of it. You know, I'm eternally the optimist in this situation. Like, hey, this is just, he's going to beat this. It's all going to be okay. But it got scary there this week. And
you know, I thought I was more scared this week than I was a couple of weeks ago.
It really
because he was here, we're laughing, having a good time.
He was on point last week.
Yeah,
his energy was high.
Yeah.
His attitude was great. He sounded great.
You would think he'd just come out of operations just weeks before that,
and the next morning to wake up and be very near death in a major way. Like he had an angel sitting on his shoulder. And
thankfully.
And I tell you, it's just this week is really emotionally kind of just brushed me back a little bit. And, you know, just keep the positive thoughts, keep the prayers coming, and keep reaching out to him, because it means a lot to him to have all our outlaws, you know, egging him on and be better and to get back in here. And there's nothing more that he wants than to be out here. Just it wasn't in the cards today.
Yeah.
He wanted to, and then he texted me and I'm like, buddy, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I said, we'll get it done.
There's only so many rabbit holes he can sit home and go through.
Right.
You know, he wants to be here. He wants to be doing
energy-wise, it just wasn't there. And we knew this. You know, when you started coming with me at the end of camp season, like when we knew he was going through stuff and there was, there's that emotional connection where you're like, oh shit, this is happening to me. And he had to wrap his head around that. And you came in. Then he came back for a while. Then he got sick again for a while, and you guys were back. You know, we didn't have Scott tonight, which would have helped, but it was timing. You know, so these are the things we do. Like, you know, his goal was to keep pushing forward, keep doing our show no matter what, and this is what we're doing. Some nights it's not going to, tonight we kind of threw it together.
Yeah,
I think we did a pretty good job of it. But there's going to be nights that it's not that easy. And, we didn't have Scott and we didn't have Townsy tonight. They were just unavailable for the time frame we had.
That's it.
So, but please keep Highland in your thoughts. Keep reaching out to him. It means a lot to him to hear from you and to hear from all the fans and all his friends and all his family and all his loved ones. Say I love you to people more. That's what he keeps telling everybody.
That's it.
Tell him you appreciate him because, tomorrow's not guaranteed. So, I can't wait to see him back. Hopefully it's next week he's back, got enough energy to get in the chair.
Yeah.
But if not, we'll have the camp crew here.
Scott's going to have to interview him on his new show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a couch interview of him or something.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, if this becomes more consistent, we can send him the link where he can just come on via, via the thing there. So
we'll get it
figured out.
Is there a timeline for the new show for Scott?
For Scott, I don't know. Like, I haven't really talked to Scott because this year his time hasn't matched up to our time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm expecting it this week. And now for nothing, the other show, the
The other new one.
The other new show is supposed to start too, but with everything going on with Winnie, I can't get everybody in here on time. So it's been kind of like hectic craziness, but we'll get it. It's, we're about a week behind
That's it.
with both of those shows, but we'll get it. We weren't expecting to be in ICU for a week. We weren't expecting to be, dealing with snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm.
With more to come yet.
With more to come. So
Yeah.
we're getting there. We're a small time operation, but we'll get there.
That's it.
You got anything you want to add?
No, just looking forward to bigger and better things here because they're coming. So look for them.
And waiting for Hughes' show and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I know Winnie usually takes us home, but how about you take us home?
For Gmac, myself, and sending our love to Winnie.
Take it deep.
Take it deep.